Okay, show of hand for the first question. Steve, would you like to make a statement to start off with about what you thought of the performance?
Yeah, look, after going down to 13 men, I thought our defence was outstanding tonight. And again, we knew that Russia would come out tough in the first sort of 20 minutes. It was a tough ask for them, to back up 4 days. But I thought they did really well. I was extremely proud of the boys after half-time, how composed and that they were in the changing room, and we knew that we had plenty left in the tank, and so I was pretty happy with the performance.
Thank you. Steve, in terms of that first half, you had a few opportunities and, just that kind of final pass or just not executing a few mistakes, and then obviously the discipline. Did any of that surprise you? Were you concerned by that, or were you expecting things to come right in the second half, as it did?
Yeah, look, I think we created enough opportunities, but we sort of coming in and out of the game, we started to kick high balls a bit more than what we wanted to, when we didn't have a chase line. So, we knew if we went edge to edge and we tried to run them off their feet. But there was opportunities down the 15-metre channels that were trying to get the ball there. And then, unfortunately, 2 yellow cards. And again, our players have got to be better at that. Excuse me. Better discipline in terms of their tackle technique. We've got to wrap arms, and I know that they tried both times, but it's a collision, so we've got to lower and be smart around that area, as most teams do. Especially after the first game, they were looking at that.
キャプテンお願いします。2人新兵で退場になった時にピッチ上ではどのようなゲームプラン、ゲームをしようということで意思統一をしたんでしょうか。
Yeah, I just obviously gave the boys in a tight huddle, and I just spoke to them and told them to stay in the blue. What the blue was is calm head and stay focused on the job. And I was pretty proud that the boys, stayed composed and, they didn't let it try in. So really proud of the boys.
あそこでペナルティーを取った時に、ショットを選択しました。かなり長い距離でしたけども、その前に一回ペナルティーゴールキック失敗してる選手に、そこでショットというのは時間を進める狙いもありましたか。
Yeah, I think to be fair, we were 13 men down, or we were 13 men actually, and that time was against us. So I had to make a tactical decision, and I think that was smart going for the 3 points. The worst that could have happened was the 22. So obviously we got the miss there, but I think the outcome was good. We stayed down that time, and we were able to get our men back in that second half.
In the front here, and then on the left.
Steve, the Russian coach said that they obviously had a slightly different view of the 2 yellow cards in the box and thought they maybe could have been a different colour. Did you feel lucky in the box? Do you think maybe you were lucky to finish the game with 15?
No, not at all. I think sort of, especially in Ray's case, he obviously wrapped one arm, and you go down. We practice a tackle technique. You got to keep your eyes up, and when you drop your head and you're starting to look to the ground, it's you're taking that into your own hands. But no, I thought the right decision was made. With two yellow cards. And again, we lost a player through injury from a similar tackle. So he got a yellow card as well.
How is Afa and how are it was Dwayne and Motu also went off in a bit of trouble, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, both Dwayne and Motu had HIA, so they failed their concussion test, so they weren't able to take the field again. Afa is going for a scan now. Doesn't look good. So again, it's it was from the tackle that when he scored the try, twisted in an awkward position and he's done some serious damage to his knee.
コーチに伺いますが、前半から後半、変わった要因、どこが良くなったのか、立ち戻るべき原点になったようなプレーが見つかったとしたら教えてください。
We got back to 15 men in the second half. Look, things weren't going our way, and it was just a change of tactics. To hold on to the ball a little bit more, and try and get through a lot more phases than what we did in the first half, and we managed to do that. But again, like Chris said at half time, they were cool and calm, and we knew that the game was there. We just needed to stick to the things that were working well for us. And some players stood up in the second half and brought some energy, and and then the reserves came on and lifted again. So we were really proud of that.
Can I just ask what was going through your mind when your team was behind and you thought that maybe you could be one of the first World Cup shocks?
Well, we're only behind 6-5. Yeah, look, no, I was fine. I was pretty composed, but it was just more, when trying to stick to the game that we trained. We went away from that, which was a little disappointing. But we brought it back in the second half, and the belief within this group is high, and we know that when we get behind teams, that we come back in the second half. Our fitness is second to none, and we're in a good condition. So it was just about, getting rid of the silly little errors that we were doing, and and fixing up our kicking game.
The set move try off the line out maul, you can probably both speak to this since you're involved as well, Chris. Like, you could see the smile on your face. You were pretty chuffed that came off, eh? How long have you guys been working on that one?
Answer it? Yeah, pretty stoked with it. As coach has already said, we put a game plan out there, and it was just so good to, what we trained on the paddock. It came out there on the field today, and I was just so proud that the boys executed. As I spoke before, they stayed in the blue, focused, and executed on that try, and that's what we want to try to get better at. Transferring what we do in training onto that field. So I was pretty stoked when we executed that try.
Yeah, look, Ben Afiaki's been wanting us to do that for a couple of weeks now. We've been doing that a lot at training. So I was more happy for him. He was over the moon. And again, look, the skill set from Ray Nui to throw that no-look pass back inside. That's just what some of our players can do, and to be able to execute that like we did. I'm pretty happy for Bigsy.
For you, Chris.
Just waiting for the translation from the last one. Sorry.
Chris, you talked about getting the team to stay in the blue and that, and how were you feeling, right? Like, first World Cup game, captaining the side, some pretty decent support as well. Did you guys hear some of that?
Yeah, to be fair, I think I was more nervous of the interview at the end, there, so I had to speak Samoan, and obviously my Samoan's not good, but I always try my best, and the support of the Samoans is huge, and we can feel it everywhere we go, and yeah, so chuffed, you know, and first World Cup, and it was so good to get that game out of the way. We've got Scotland this coming up, and yeah, we'll be looking to rally up for that big game.
フリーランスの向井と言います。ヘッドコーチにお伺いします。これまでの間、うまく選手を集められない時期などもあったと思うんですけれども、その中でこのワールドカップに向けてどういう準備、準備の中で意識してきたことなどをお願いします。
I sort of missed your middle part of your question, but yeah, look, we're missing a couple of players. Obviously, Jack Lamb didn't take the field. He had an injury during the week, and R.C. Tuala pulled out. But look, you know, we're really happy with the group that we've got, with 31 players that are here. You know, we're pretty excited to be here. I think there's only about 6 or 7 that were at the last World Cup. You know, so there's a fair few new players that are at a Rugby World Cup for the first time, as long as a lot of our management. So, you know, we're pretty chuffed to be here.
Okay, we'll take one more at the back.
Chris, there seemed to be a little bit of niggle and off the ball stuff. Dwayne seemed to go down, and then he came off injured, and then Tim went down injured. How did you have a word to Romain about what was perhaps going on off the ball, or how did you tell a team to sort of keep calm?
Pretty much quite similar to the other questions. The answer, you know, you just gotta stay composed. I think you know, you can't control those stuff. All you can do is control you know, in the now, and you got to speak to the boys in a way that you can obviously motivate them. And I think I was just pretty proud that the boys had their eyes on me, and especially the game drivers as well. Yeah, a few niggles there, but I was more proud of the boys that came in that second half, and we got huge belief in our 23 that gets picked, and whoever that comes on is going to finish that game, and you can see the impact that came on that second half, and they definitely executed what we wanted to do.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes tonight's post-match media conferences. The mix zone is now open. If you'd like to follow the no-side volunteers, they will escort you to the mix zone. Thank you.
Thank you.